we have been dealing a lot with variables. And by this stage, you should be starting to feel a lot more comfortable with what they are. In reality, they're just a container that stores a value. It's that simple. And you are going to be running into what's known as scoping issues. I've skipped over it in previous lectures, stating that it is a more advanced topic, but you do need to know about scopes, and that's why I thought, let me just lay it down. What is scope? All scope is where you can use a variable. And what do I mean by this? Well, a few minutes ago, I just wrote some code. And I want to illustrate what scope is and why it's important for us to understand how it works. Let's say we've got a block of code and you've defined a variable at the very top called myName. Why scope is important is because you and I need to know where we can use that variable. We've defined the variable globally. Where can we use it? For example, if we had an if block and we console logged myName, that variable, would that be valid? Would it be possible? What about if we had a for block, a loop? Would we be able to console log myName there? Would the interpreter understand what myName is? Well, let's get more complicated. What about if we had a function? In this case, let's just call it variable scope, and we execute that function. Will that be able to console log myName, that variable? And although these examples are console logs, just bear in mind the code can be anything. It can be anything where you use that variable again. And this is why scope is important. You need to know where you can use it, where you can access it. Here we defined a global variable, so you'd expect, just intuitively from a global variable, we should be able to use it absolutely anywhere. And you would be correct. But this is as simple as it gets. What about if you go and define variables within your function? Can you use them outside of the function? What about if you define it within a block of curly braces? Can you use it outside of that? And this is where scoping comes into the picture.